Hey, Jill, like, them hands is cold, dog.
Girl, get comfortable, snap it up, go on and pop your shit. I wanna get lost with you, off the grid, cause girl, you got that drip. Your body like water, feel like water, tastes like water. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm learning your love lingo, and make your body tingle. Come swim with the dolphins, we out in Miami like Danny Marino. I'm feeling the fire, the vibes that you giving is signs of a Leo. Eh, how you feel about a day trip? Take off in my spaceship, ooh, drifting that latest. Your body's sensational, and you know me. I'm highly vibrational, Girl, get comfortable, snap it up, go on and pop your shit. I wanna get lost with you, off the grid, cause girl, you got that drip. Your body like water, feel like water, tastes like water. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Under the sunset, eat it like conch, girl, I ain't even done yet. I know what you want, girl, it's never enough said, baby. Do that thing, make it wet, wet, baby. The look in your eyes, my hand on your thighs, I know that you're feeling me. Like the stars in the sky, we shining so bright, I'm feeling the energy. Ooh, drifting that latest.
Yo. Just like that, we got another episode of the Director's Cut here. And we got a special guest in the building, live from the East Side basement. It's DJ Frost here. So let them know who in the building today, man.
Yours truly, man. What's up, Frost? How you feeling, man?
Bro.
It's yours truly,
let them know.
Sully.
It was 2019, bro. Come on, bro.
2019, we back at it, man.
Come on, man.
Back at it,
man. And you gotta let them know, yo, you gotta tell the story, bro, because I ain't even gonna lie. This is something, you probably one of the first people that can actually tell the story from my beginning, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This man right here, back in 2019, man, this man pulled up in my hood in a van or whatever he pulled up in.
I think it was an old school Honda. Honda something, bro. I think it was a work van.
Boy, you drunk, it was a work van like DT. Boy, I'm like, hold on, boy. Everybody was looking like, who this is? Yeah. And like, yeah, man, we finna do an interview, man. Yeah. You literally like just set up shop, lights, cameras, like you just came ready, man, and we rocked out, man. We've been locked in ever since, brother. So I appreciate you, man.
That's for sure.
And before we, you know what I'm saying, really get started, man, I really wanted to give you your flowers, man, to see how much you evolved, you know what I'm saying, like as a man, you get what I'm saying, and to see what you're doing and how you been just consistently beating on your craft, brother. Like, I really salute you for that, like, for real, man.
For sure, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that, like, for real, because it's like a lot of people don't see where I really came from with this shit, bro. Like, you this shit was not overnight, bro. You feel me? Like, at all. Like, you know what I mean? I really had to grind doing from behind the scenes. Yeah. To where I'm like, all right, now I got to switch it up, having to keep rebranding, bro. And I'm still here doing this shit, bro.
Hey, man. Like, but look where you at now.
You feel me? Hey, we in a whole new location.
Got a whole empire.
Yeah. You feel me? All the new viewers and everybody, man, let them know, like, you know, how you got your name and where you from and all that, bro.
Well, I go by the name Rugged Sully. I got my name from a DJ who's actually my cousin, go by the name DJ Cutlass. Okay. And you know, being from, you know, certain sectors of Miami was kind of rough or whatnot. He used to call me Lil Rugged.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was just a name he gave me, Lil Rugged. And Sully is actually my last name, but I came from the father through the mother, so I carry my last name first. So Rugged Sully is how my name came about.
All right, man. So what part exactly, you know, Florida are you from? You know, for everybody that don't know.
Oh, I'm from Miami-Dade County 305, man.
So like, you know what parts? Like, you know, look,
man, all over, man. Like I done lived in Little Haiti. I done lived in Liberty City. I done lived in North Miami. Like, you know, different sectors. You know what I'm saying? So Miami Gardens, like, it's different sectors, but I rep Dade as a whole. You know, so that's what it is.
Okay. So tell us more about like your upbringing, like where you went to school, your parents, and all that, if you can.
Oh yeah, man. My parents originally from Haiti.
Okay,
you know, Zoe Life or No Life. Y'all already know. The first school I actually went to was Stina Crowder. I don't know if you know what that's at.
I don't.
Yeah,
where is that?
That's on 67 and like 7.
Okay.
You know where that Snapper's at on 67?
Yeah. Oh, it's over there.
It's a school right there back at the gas station. That's the first school I ever went to with Stina Crowder.
Damn, I pass that shit all the time.
Bro. Yeah. Really, it's a small elementary school, but that was the first school I ever went to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you this: like, where did you start like picking up your notoriety? Was it in school? Like people started noticing like you for music, or was it when you got out of school and you got older?
It was definitely when I got older. I kind of was in my shell. I ain't really want to let people hear what I was, you know, capable of at the time, just because you know, like criticism and certain things you wasn't ready for.
Me, bro, it's hard. It's hard in Miami, bro.
Yeah, and it definitely came after. I would say probably around like 19, 18, 19, like around that age. That's when I was like, okay, I think, you know what I'm saying, I can make something happen with this, but still in my shell and trying to break out of my shell into, you know what I'm saying, later on, and I'm here now, brother.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How long have you been taking music seriously?
Man, over 10 years. Like well over 10 years now, man.
So was it like a situation that made you take music serious? Like, was it a situation or anything?
I think that's something that just always been in me, to be honest with you. My father was a musician.
Okay.
Like I told you, my cousin DJ Cutlass, who I lived in the house with, he was like a real DJ.
Yeah.
Like when I say a real DJ, like with vinyls and all that, you understand me? Like a real hip hop head who really, you know what I'm saying, showed me how to write bars and how to format music and stuff like that. So it was definitely always around me. And I just got to the point where I got the hang of it, to the point where I kind of just took it and ran with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So like, well, we know you in Atlanta right now.
Yeah, we in the A. Yeah. So
you know, this is a hot music scene.
Yeah.
So where do you feel like your music falls in place at? Because honestly, I could say before you answer this, you know, you catering to the women.
Yeah.
With this track.
Yeah.
Water. Come on, man.
Water.
You out here pushing this track. You out here trending with this track. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I could tell the genre you're going with. But where do you feel like you going with it? What's your sound?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm setting the trend.
Okay.
You know, like I say, I definitely have a distinctive sound, something of what the game been missing, but I don't say that in a braggadocious way. You know what I mean? But my music definitely has that essence to it. When people gravitate to it, like, yo, this is something that, you know what I'm saying, the game is definitely missing. So that's what I'm here for.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this, like, how do you evolve as an artist but still stay true to yourself?
Man, I mean, just with everyday life, man, you grow in so many different ways. You know, I've grown as a man that actually helped me to grow as an artist. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's just everyday life, man. Just don't give up. Just keep going.
Okay.
For sure.
So with that, like, I know like when artists take like breaks, like for you, when you take like breaks or whatever from, you know, music and you just got to step away.
Yeah.
Like, how is it for you? Because, you know, as an artist, you know, in the back of your mind, I got to keep feeding them, but I got to handle what's going on with me first. You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you go through that?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, for me, is to never lose myself.
Okay.
Once I feel like I'm going to lose myself, then I can't cater to nobody. So I got to be rooted into myself. You understand what I'm saying? Before I could feed the world. So that's how I go about with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing that you could say you're unapologetic about in life?
That's a good ass question, boy. That's why you see you.
Yo, man, come on, man.
I think to truly answer that, like to truly answer that, I feel like just how I am in general. Like I carry myself in a certain way to where I respect everybody. Get what I'm saying? Like I give that respect out the gate.
Yeah.
So if there's anything somebody feel ill will about me, then hey, I'm unapologetic about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so that's just me in general, but it ain't really got nothing to do with music. Just me as a person.
That's
so if anybody feel any kind of way, hey, take it to your mammy.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Okay. All right, so let's get into like the obstacles that you went through in your music career. Let's start with the good. So tell us, like, like the good parts of, you being in the music, bro.
Oh, I mean, touring is always something fascinating. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a rush. You get what I'm saying? Like I done been on tours performing.
Word?
Yeah.
So who did you tour with?
I toured with T-Pain.
Oh, word?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So and a few other names as well. You get what I'm saying? But it was definitely an experience where it was like a high, like a drug. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like riding a dirt bike. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that rush you get. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't get it nowhere else. But definitely like just putting in that work in the studio, networking, tapping in with the DJs, city to city, state to state. All of those, is good. But far as like the bad, I wouldn't necessarily take it as a bad because everything, in life has lessons and meanings, even if we don't understand, you know what I'm saying, like why that happened or why it went down like that. But later on, clarity presents itself and you understand like, okay, then, I learned from this situation and just keep on going, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Okay. So what would you say is your creative process like when you in the studio and when you when you was making Water, bro, what was your creative process like?
Got the beat. Shout out to Kaida, produced the record, produced a few other records, damn near 80% on the album that I got coming out soon. But for Water, it was something in my head. I don't write music. I just create it in my head.
Okay.
I'm not saying I just go in the booth and just say whatever, but I process it in my head
before you even get there, so you don't have it written down. It's just like the melodies, everything.
The melodies and the waves, the vibrations, and everything like that. So I thought about the record, and I'm like, dang, what I'm gonna call this song? I'm gonna call it Water. You know what I'm saying? Got to the studio, told the engineer, shout out to Ice. Ice the producer. And he was like, "What's the name of the song?" I'm like, "It's called Water." He's like, "Water." But when you tell somebody a name or a title and they didn't hear nothing, like, what the fuck that sound like?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I just told him Water. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna put Water. So he put Water. And I had gotta get comfortable. Not better. If I had my phone, I'll actually show you how I came up with it.
Yeah.
I was playing it on my keyboard, the melodies, and it go dun 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 dun. And I literally put my headphones on, went for a walk, and started to put the words into the melodies that I played on the keyboard.
Okay, and that's how you came up with
Water. That's how they came up with Water.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how would you define your sound?
Oh man, like I say, man, my sound is distinctive. Something with the game been missing, and I truly mean that, and I'm not just saying that just to say that. The rugged Sully sound, the rugged Sully brand is rugged Sully.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm here and people are really gonna understand, like, dang, I see what he was talking about. Album coming soon. Right now we supposed to be dropping it in May, but it's a lot of things on the back end, mixing, mastering and stuff like that. That's not done yet. But for sure, Water is out. The video gonna be done real soon. So we got a lot of motion right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us more about some of the music that you put out.
Man, I put out Dynasty. This was back then, I think, when we did the interview back 2019. Yeah, that was Dynasty, man. That was a big record. Did a campaign for it. Did a lot of different shows and stuff. Met a lot of people, networked. Grind the record. But like I say, that was a time where, like I was still breaking out. You know what I'm saying, to get more notoriety and more. You know what I'm saying, like recognition and stuff like that. But that was definitely the starting point of Rugged Sully.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about, like you said, future projects you got dropping, man. What's the name of it?
Right now, the album is titled Rugged Sully, literally.
Okay.
Self-titled Rugged Sully. I feel like
it's the debut.
Yeah. So I feel like the world, I will introduce myself to the world as Rugged Sully, not just as the artist name, but also as the album, like what you could expect. You get what I'm saying? Like when you hear a body of work, like, okay, that's a rugged Sully type song right there. You get what I'm saying? So that's my introduction to the world.
Okay, you making your own type genre, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into like, who would you say is your biggest critic of your music when you drop?
I guess I gotta wait and see.
King B don't be on you, man.
I mean, he do. Don't take this the wrong way. He don't be wanting me to sing.
Like fully sing?
Yeah, like he don't want me to vocally sing. He be like Danny Marino, like keep it melodic. You get what I'm saying? Although like my range is, you know, pretty wide, but on certain records he be like, just keep it melodic, keep it sing along friendly. So
I feel you, bro. Okay. So what would you say is your biggest inspiration in this music? Like what keeps you going?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I just think it's the gift. The gift within. You know, like you could necessarily be inspired, you know, by anybody that you listen to. I don't really listen to too much people, especially when I'm in album mode, because I don't want to like to start sounding like, you know what I'm saying, other artists or whatever. So I really be locked in within myself. But like just the drive that just never dies, like that fire. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference between having talent and having a gift. I truly feel like, you know, the God-given gift is for me to feed the world. So I can't hold it to myself. I got to give it to them. So that's what definitely keeps me going, man. On a higher plane, you get what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Yeah,
not for sure. So tell me, how do you feel about the support you receive?
Oh man, I love my support, man. I love my support, man. Like when I released Water, and I unofficially released it. Let me tell you how I released it, if you don't mind me kind of, you know, breaking it down. I went to the studio, got the song out my head just to hear it out loud, right?
Yeah.
Posted on my story. Boy, you need to drop that. Like, nah, it ain't even mixed or nothing. But it sound good enough to the average listener for them to be like, this is a nice song. Tell, you get what I'm saying? But I know it's not all, you know, EQ'd up and mixed and all that, whatever mastered. So I went on freaking what's that platform I use, man? Not United Masters, the TuneCore.
Yeah.
Went on TuneCore because that's who distribute my music. I went on TuneCore, set a date, man. I dropped that shit like next week. The next week. Literally.
Yeah.
And that's the version that's still out on all platforms.
Oh shit. So
the one that's mixed and mastered that's on radio is two different versions. And they can't even tell. So yeah, man, that's how I put it out, man. So I unofficially put it out because I just leaked it on my story just to let people know I'm active back in the studio. Yeah, but they wasn't going for that. They boy, drop that. We need that. So I just dropped it.
So when you felt everybody that was telling you to like, yo, we need that now, how'd that make you feel, bro?
Oh man, like I was back active. Like I was back active, man. I went back in the studio. From that time, I went back in the studio and recorded like over 30 songs.
Damn.
Yeah. In total.
So you ready.
Yeah.
You got
so the album Rugged Sully right now, it got 13 songs on there. But there are other records that, you know, I have that, you know.
You dropping a deluxe after? Might do a deluxe?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I might, you know what I'm saying? I might, but I'm not too sure about that right now. But for sure, those 13 songs on that Rugged Sully album are for sure, you know, the ones that's already been solidified.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you see yourself within a year with this music?
Man, I definitely see myself further from where I'm at right now. But it's not about where I see myself for real. It's about what I do on a day-to-day basis to get to that year. You get what I'm saying? Like I can say I see myself, you know, in a Phantom and I'm down somewhere in Decatur where it's greater. You feel me? And but that's just where I see myself. It's just wishful thinking. But what are you doing on a quotidian basis to get you there a year from now? You get what I'm saying? Right. So that's really where I'm at. It's like every day you gotta be productive. Every day you gotta be beating on your craft. You get what I'm saying? Bro. So that's just how I see it, man. Because I can see whatever I want. That's just something I see in my head. And I sit here and do nothing. What you think I'm gonna see a year from now? Nothing. So you really get what you put in. So you don't put nothing in, you don't get nothing. That's just law.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Bro. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna ask you now, like, And where you at today? If a label was to come to you, are you doing, you going major or distro?
I mean, where me and King B at, to be honest with you, man, he got my best interest, in everything. And truth be told, I think that's a decision that I trust him, to definitely be involved in. And when that time comes, we'll see what that decision is.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So do you believe in the plan B, or that music is gonna work?
Man, if you got a plan B, right? And there's no problem with a plan B, but I'm just talking about me and me personally as a man and as an artist. I ain't got no plan B.
No. This is all
like if that was the case, I wouldn't do all this.
Are you right?
You know what I'm saying? Like if it was a plan B, I would have came in here with slides on, with some gym shorts and a Miami Heat jersey, and just be sitting here with a Newport in back of my ear right now. I'm being real though. Ain't no plan B. Man. Rugged Sully, man. Talk nicer, don't talk at all.
Nah, that's a fact, bro.
Real talk.
All right. So is there any like business ventures or merch you plan on coming out with?
I got a movie coming out.
Okay, talk about it, bro.
Room Available. Written and produced by CP Hollywood. It's too many names to name. Yeah. Like it's really too many names to name. But literally, if I have my phone, I'll show you that we almost there as far as it being completed 100%. But that should be out sometime this year on all platforms. Tubi,
for sure.
Peacock, Hulu. And we still working trying to get something with Netflix right now, but and it might be in theaters as well. It's called Room Available. Y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. CP Hollywood, what it do?
Send me that so I can make sure to tap in, bro. I'm gonna send it out to everybody,
for sure,
bro.
Man. So
nah, I'm proud of you, man. My boy is working, dog. My boy is working, man.
I appreciate you,
like,
man.
Exactly from where we started with this shit, bro. You get what I'm saying? Pulled up on that street,
elevation,
bro,
dog.
to where we at now.
Elevation.
Like, you feel me?
Decatur where is greater.
Hey.
That's what I heard on the song.
All right, man. So we reached the end of the interview. So I'm gonna say to you, what would be your going out message to everybody that's watching today?
Whatever you do in life for yourself, do not invest in anything outside of yourself.
Okay. Nah, I feel that.
You know why I say that?
Why is that?
Because every thought and seed grow after their own kind. A mango seed cannot produce an orange. It can only produce another mango.
Yeah. Now you're right.
You understand me? So invest in yourself.
Nah,
and the world will fall suit and be like, oh shoot, he got motion. He doing this big one. I want to rock with him. I'm energy.
You're not lying,
vibration.
Bro.
You understand?
You're not lying, bro.
That's why I'm at with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who would be, who you shouting out before we head out this episode?
Man, I'm shouting out CP Hollywood. Room Available.
Yeah,
coming soon.
2025
Room Available. Man, I'm shouting King B out. Major management. Shout out to Hugo the Dom, my boy H out in Philly. Shout out to M6. Low Lotto. And that's how we doing it.
Sure, my boy. And just like that, we live from the East Side basement. The director's cut is DJ Frost here.
Rugged Sully.
And just like that, we out of here, man.
Yes,
I appreciate you again, bro.
Likewise, brother.
All right, man. We out of here.